And welcome back, everyone. I'm Lellebana, back for another part of Dangan Ronpa. I decided to start doing a self-introduction portion, previously on portion, for these Let's Plays, so hopefully it's helpful. If not, let me know. So previously on Dangan Ronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Sayaka just ran away from the AV room after the motivation videos showing everyone's families and friends getting hurt were revealed, so hopefully we can find Sayaka now and figure out what's up with her. Let's see, where could Sayaka have gone? She can't have gone far. I should check around the school. There were only like about half the kids in the EV room by the time we were talking to them, so I wonder where everyone else went off to. Let's probably gonna run to school. I think it'd be okay to check all these classrooms. Probably. Holy shit, it was the first one we found. I came here to see Sayaka. What's the point of leaving now? Because I wanted to explore the rest of the school first before I saw her. Okay. What's up, my lady? Tips Fedora. Just kidding. Just kidding. Makoto's not that kind of guy. He's a nice boy. He's the kind of kid that you'd want to protect. I found her in one corner of an empty classroom. She was sitting in a chair, hands on her knees, staring absently at the floor. Her eyeballs were huge, like the size of the moon when it was 9 in the afternoon. She looked like maybe she was upset or angry, or no. She didn't have any expression at all. You call that no expression? You call... Makoto? You call that no expression? Look carefully at her face, please. There was nothing on her face that you could call emotion. Excuse me? Take a good look at her face. It was as her original mask had been stripped away. Hey, Sayaka, are you okay? I'm fine. Actually, no, how could I possibly be fine? What did we do to end up like this? Why are they doing such terrible things to us? I want out. Let me out right now. Hey, Sayaka, calm down. As she thrashed around, I grabbed her by the shoulders. I understand. I know how you feel right now. When I think what may have happened to my family. But now, more than ever, we have to stay calm. This is exactly what they want. They want us to lose our composure and stop thinking rationally. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. Because if those things really happened, people out there would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone. Right? So let's just calm down, alright? Otherwise, we've already lost. I knew I was trying to convince myself just as much as her. I kept repeating those words to myself to clear away the images that had been burned into my brain. Be calm, okay? Just be calm. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And it might help. Might even come before that. Help might even come before that, sorry. But what if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes? If that happens, then I'll get you out of here myself, no matter what it takes. When I said that, I paused. I had no idea what had come over me.
Maizono-san?
Her voice was small and shaky.
Maizono-san.
Finally, she raised her face up from my chest. She looked at me with those big wet eyes of hers. Can I believe what you said? Huh? That you'll help me get out? No matter what it takes? Absolutely. You're the only one I can trust, so please. No matter what happens, please always be there for me. Oh wait, she was reading the line. Huh? Of course I'll be there for you. No matter what, I'm always on your side, I mean. You are my assistant after all. Thank you. Hearing you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I'll get through this as long as you're here with me. The smile I'd come to know so well returned to her face. It felt a little forced, but still. It was a huge improvement over how she was before. It's standing up! Huh? Oh god, get out of here. Makoto, it's standing up. What's standing up? Do you even have to ask? Your flagpole? Christ. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, get the hell out of here. I want to join in? No, we're not doing anything. Well, if you don't leave, then tell us what the hell's up with those videos. God. A pristine pure white stuffing. Wow. My honest, innocent stuffings that come gushing out. God, no, Makoto, you're going to get bombed. I'd never put so much energy into a single motion before in my life. Leaning back, channeling all my power, and let go of everything I had. What? Are you okay? He missed. If I hadn't avoided your punch, you would have just violated the school regulations. But boy, you are slow. I could have done $1,000 full course dinner in the time it took you to finish your swing. Speed, agility, alertness, passion, boldness, sense of despair, antagonization, it's all lacking. Thank God he's gone. What the heck was that just now? He just wanted to mess with us. And I think he did, just a little bit. For now, you just want to head back? Yeah. Monokuma had come all along and swiftly destroyed the good mood we just created. Sayaka and I headed back to the dorms. You should get some rest, Sayaka. You still look pretty shaken. I'm sorry for making you worry about me. You're right. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. With a nod and a small bow, she disappeared into her room. Now on my own, I headed off to tell everyone that Sayaka was okay. Once that was done, I decided to go back to my room. It was hard to think of after watching that deranged video. I needed some rest of my own. Jeez. Seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in the video might be real? Monokuma? What the mastermind has in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here. But I could never kill someone. Do the others feel the same? Yeah, that's definitely our biggest problem right now. Huh? When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Sometimes it happens to me when I'm laying on the floor. Let's go. Nighttime's about to start. So how come someone's here? Well, we could always look at the regular stuff, but we could always talk to the door. I'm really sorry to come by so late. Sayaka? Hey, look at girls in your room, Naegi. What will you do? You'll be a gentleman and hear her out. Hey, Sayaka, what are you doing out so late? That's when I noticed her body was trembling. Is everything okay? Sorry to bother you, but something really weird happened. Hey, what's up, Sayaka? Something weird? Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room, and all of a sudden my doors started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense up. It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. But they started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared I couldn't even move. So what happened? After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by, then I got up and opened the door to check outside. But there was nobody there. Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do something like that? It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but it still makes me nervous. What if something like that happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then? You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, you can't go outside during nighttime. But that's just a promise we made, right? If someone decides to break that promise, then why don't you stay in my room tonight? It would make you feel a little bit better. What? All that's in the school regulations was that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't state specifically which room each person had to sleep in, so... But 2 people sharing one room is, you know... Ah! Oh jeez, I didn't even think about it that way, because I'm a good and innocent little boy. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind. I know, me neither. It's not that I mind the idea, but... If you don't mind, maybe we could switch rooms, just for tonight? Switch rooms? If it'll help you put your mind at ease, then it's totally fine with me. But I don't mind you staying in my room, but... Are you sure you're okay with me staying in yours? That doesn't, like, concern you? It's fine. I trust you. In that case, then... Oh man, it's already nighttime. Okay, so it's settled. I'll just head to your room right now. If we're gonna trade rooms, we better trade keys too. That's right, we have to trade keys. Again? Like I said, I'm a psychic. Hey, aren't you going to say you were just kidding? Well, what if I wasn't just kidding? Something resembling a smile made its way to her face. Thank goodness, it looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Alright then, we better trade keys then. Yep, let's do it. We exchanged keys, and when I looked back at her again, there was another worried expression there. Hey, Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it no matter what. I won't. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Oh, and by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn it off and lift the door while you pull it out. Just do that and the door should open no problem. Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyways, right? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot. But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you. Well then, I better get going. See you tomorrow, Sayaka. And about what I said before? Huh? When I said I was a psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just really perceptive. Yeah, I know. Good night then. See you in the morning. Sayaka gave me one last parting smile, and I headed off to my room. I looked around as soon as I got into the hall. Everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of life. Good, there's nobody here. Making sure no one was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. Hey! It's got a pink pillow. So this is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine. It smells nice though. Let's look at her stuff. It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I can't help taking a quick peek. I might find a Pokeball in there. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name on it that we'd found in the AV room. That reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video, but that's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. Dun, 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 dun. There's something over here, right? Wrong button again. No? Oh yeah, baby, a bathroom. If I remember right, all girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm really reluctant to go in. Dude, it's a bathroom. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to find one in here too. Ugh. Free monopoints? Surveillance camera. It makes sense to be one in here. My room came with a toolkit, but Psyche has a sewing kit, just like the note said. Next to it is the map of body's vital organs. I don't think Sayaka would like me sleeping around too much. I should probably go to bed soon. As I lowered myself into Sayaka's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Feeling a little better than before, I fell asleep. Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? But we're sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind. Here you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game, but even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself completely clear. So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together. I sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. Hooray! I just remembered. I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. I better get going. I left Sayaka's room and made my way towards the dining hall. A few people had already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there. There's like 4 people. Good morning, Naegi, and hello, Naegi, and good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. It's almost like I woke up extra early and stood outside the doors, and I waited like a little puppy, waiting for their owner to take him on a walk. Good morning. Morning! I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who had arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who showed up a little late...
Hi.
Yo! Sorry I'm late. My makeup would just not cooperate this morning. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. On my morning, my duty took a little longer than usual. Morning duty? I see. Where are the types of a more relaxed sense of time? Most high schoolers fall into this category. I'd be in the early bird crowd, actually, myself. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever. I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone. My bad, guys. Slipped right through my alarm. What? Is it so awful to be late? I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Don't care about time or other people in general. They kind of move at their own pace. But regardless, everyone had arrived. At least, that's how it was supposed to go. Aren't we missing some people? Sayaka and Maizono and Togami aren't here yet. I don't know about Togami, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. It's almost as if something happened to her.
Nanda.
What's going on? Did something happen? Yeah, I was just going on in my mind about how I think something happened to her. Oh, her being Maizono, of course.
Oh,
Hey man, have you seen Maizono? Why would I have? I came to her straight from my room. Did you forget about her breakfast promise? I got the sense she's already got her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up within me. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to go check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. Wait, how the hell did you get in? If you gave Sayaka your key, you shouldn't be able to unlock that door. What the hell? Well, obviously we gotta look at everything. It looks like the lint roller has way less sheets than it used to. More importantly, where's Sayaka? You know, you'll be saying that a whole lot. The pet's been damaged too, but where's Sayaka? Is this a replica sword I brought back for self-defense? It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? What's this? The keychain on the ground has my name on it, so this must be my room key. But where's Sayaka? I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. Is this a replica sword I brought back? Let's see, it's a sheath for the replica sword. The sword itself has been removed. Where's Sayaka? Sayaka, 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 Sayaka. There's like a song for like Madoka Magica. It's like Sayaka, 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 Sayaka. It's like the battle for like who wins Sayaka's heart. But this is different. This is the display stand the sword is on. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Where is she? Where is our Sayaka? That's the question here. Is the monitor damaged? There's slashes and gouges on the walls and the floor. Where's Sayaka? Well, I mean, this is certainly something. The toolkit is still inside the drawer and still sealed. Nice. More importantly, where's Sayaka? You know, where's Sayaka for everything? Did we check out everything? That's the big question. Well, I better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside, you know? Ah, classic Friday night. It took me a second to realize what I was screaming. What I saw dug its way into my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then... everything went black. Deadly life. Dangan Ronpa. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before, and when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. It was someone I'd seen before. You're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Are you okay? So, it wasn't a dream? What I saw... it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Maizono is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body, and then it exploded out of me. I shut up and took off running. Where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Maizono is... If Maizono is...
諦めろ
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it to just sit around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in a gym at a time like this? Our friend Maizono, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
落ち着いて
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Maizono had to pay. But
それは
I'm the one who convinced him to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
そう
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka. I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
あのね
Unless someone violates the school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I don't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
聞いてよ
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following Bear Times 1's rule.
でも
What's the Bear Times 1 rule? But more importantly, who killed her?
まだまだ
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
あれあれ
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun.
ぷぷぷ
Don't you remember what I told you when all this began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
あの
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
違うよ
Nope. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who could do it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone? It is amazing that some people are capable of.
手くれ
黙れ
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
は
おい
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
ぷぷぷぷぷは
Why are you laughing?
ぷぷぷ
It's cause... Naive. You're all just so naive. You really think it's that easy? You could just kill someone and waltz out of here? You're supremely naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
では
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
もしかすると
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. Anyone who kills a fellow student becomes blackened and will graduate unless they are caught. That's what you're talking about, is it not?
つまり
Bingo, it's not enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Classic. A class trial? It'll begin in a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will engage in one big debate showdown.
学級裁判では 身内に潜んだ黒は誰か。その結果は学級裁判の最後に行われる。そこでお前らが導き出した答えが秩序を乱した黒だけがお仕置きとなりますので、残った他のメンバーは共同生活を続
I
けて
skipped a
く
few
ださ
lines,
い。
but I think that you guys can manage.
ただし、もし間違った人物を罪を逃れた黒だけが生き残り、残った白全員がお仕置きされてしまいます。その場合、もちろん共同生活は強制終了となります。以上、これが学級裁判のルールなのです。
What exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? To put it simply, it's execution! Yay! An execution! By execution you mean...
処刑は処刑だよ。処刑。天気椅子でブリブリ。6月でモクモク。ハリケーンなんちゃらで体がバラったりってやつだよ。
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die, but if we get it wrong, the rest of us all get executed? What smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think is the killer. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. A new rule has been added to the regulations menu. Hold on a sec. You're freaking insane, you know that? What? A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it. Why not? What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits the blasphemy. Punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something. Shut the hell up, say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be part of this. Don't be so selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. Evil standing here before me? I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Are you enjoying yourself now? Are you? Man, that sucks. Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. So, keep in mind those parting words. They're a little bit strange, aren't they? Well, remember this for later, okay? What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way! Now, I'm painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really want to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all need to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right? Now you see how serious I am.
そんな風になりたくなかったらお前らは学園の校則にしっかりと従うこと。
Junko's body has been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny that what they'd seen. Junko, who had just until a second ago been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. Not just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't just some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality. Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time. Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyways, none of that matters right now. I had something I'd like to give you to help you in order for your search for the Blackens. The little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it... I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts in this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. You know who killed Maizono? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial now, could I? That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting. Please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have a choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Saika and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. There was also the idea that one of us actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we just couldn't help but to look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing that we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not to trust, of course, is up to you. Continuing to think about this certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or willing to adapt. No, death awaits every single person. Memento mori, you know? When that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened. Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right, we need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Saika had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but I still have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Alright, let's talk to everyone. Like, everyone. Junko first. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a sec. She's dead? Like, that means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no, someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me, you know. It's finally being processed, you know. You're just doubt accepting that? Alright, what do you have to say for yourself? Togami. Oh, there's more people over here. What do you have to say for yourself, Kuwata? Look at this. So we're really gonna try it and figure out who did it? Alright, Ishimaru. If you find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if you get it wrong, the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. I'm so glad to see that even you, some straight-laced, is objecting the rules a little bit. I need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Huh? You finally noticed. Noticed what? I was looking through the monochrome file we received. I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Anyone notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Naegi's dorm. She's right! Could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a sec, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Man, I didn't mean to trigger the plot. I really wanted to hear what everyone else had to say. The feelings of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Is this really happening? Look at that piece of shit bear. Alright, so glad that we can talk to everyone else. Hey, lesser Hifumi. Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. We're starting now. Please wait a moment. Come on, man. Let me out of here. Someone, let me out. Yo, can we get Fujisaki-san? Someone got right in front of us today. Ogami, what do you have to say about this? We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. There we go, Fukawa. I think that's the last one. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. There we go, that's... Oh wait, Asahina, I forgot her. I hate this, but we still don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Otherwise, we're all dead. Is there nothing else to investigate? I wonder... Well, I guess there's no monocoins. Wait, over here? Monocoin? Can't let anything distract me right now. Alright. What do you have to say, kitty kitty? Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what we can do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking about putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyways. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Alright then, we can let Owada look after the scene. You can't just leave him there alone though. Why the hell not? Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you. I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. I totally agree, Lesser Hifumi. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and figure out who killed Maizono. We have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong... Well, do I really have to say any more? I'd rather you didn't. No. Everyone, pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. And just like Kirigiri, he had gone before we realized it. I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. That's right. Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. We're not detectives or anything, you know? Are we really going to investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that? We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying? It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. I'm not sure that it's Naegi's yet. It's true, we might as well check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Well, whatever, I don't think anyone's expecting much from you anyways. That's so mean. I better get going. Don't go yet, you have to hear me out. It was pointless, everyone had already left. My parting looks at me had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will... I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Well, I think it's good to begin an investigation. Let's check the Monokuma file. The victim was Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 AM, so not late at all. The body was discovered in Naegi's room, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. I have to figure out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to figure out how she was killed. Nice! Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handy book. Let's talk to these folks first. Not like there's anything else to investigate here that has a free coin. Hey Fujisaki, are you going to help investigate Fujisaki? I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Fair enough, fair enough. I seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. He doesn't seem to be prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. I believe in my case, if I were in a situation like this, I would try to pull what Fujisaki is doing and stay with the body, or I would try to guard the crime scene like Mondo and Owada and Okami are doing, but I would definitely be freaking out like Hagakure just based on my own natural reactions to things. Everyone says that they'd play it cool and investigate, but I know that you should consider the way that you actually act in situations like this. For example, if you were someone who easily gets stressed out, then you'd definitely get stressed out in a situation, even if you'd say you'd play it cool. And the best way to know how you'd react is to be reflective of things that have happened in the past. At least, that's what I believe anyways. Let's leave the gym. Anyone here? No, I don't think so. Let's leave the area. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of the room a little bit closer. That might reveal something new. So, alright, there's a lot of shit here. Alright, let's talk with everyone first. Hello, Ogami. My beautiful, beautiful, sweet Sakura. What do you think I'm guilty too?
Boy.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. I'm also someone who follows along with that. Don't feel so bad about it. You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean? There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. That's definitely possible, though. And that dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. Your brother taught you well. What a gentleman you are. If I ever find a son of a bitch who did this, I'm gonna pound goddamn face in. What if it's a girl who did it? They'll get all sorted out when the time comes. What a gentleman. That's fine, that's fine. What do you have to say, Kitty Kitty? Hey, Kitty Kitty? I rightly called her name while she was investigating the area. But... nice. I'm so glad this game hasn't shown us a single panty shot yet. God bless. What are you doing? She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Nice. Let's investigate everything. Here, the notepad. The notepad's still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Wow. The toolkit's still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I mean, it's mine. I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this. Seriously? Oh, Owada. We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then? Not just me. Nobody's busted out theirs yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, cause like, why the hell would we have? Nice! The toolkit has been added to the truth bullets. Here, obvious evidence right here. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does it mean it was used in the attack somehow? Well, obviously. And it's been taken out of its sheath. I haven't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised that it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off on parts of the blade and the handle. The handle is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little. Nice! Replica sword was added to the truth bullets. My room key on the floor. There's a key on the ground, it has my name on it, so it must be my room key. If I remember correctly... Ah, that's right, we have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have the key in here in my room the entire time. If that's true then, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Because remember, you treated rooms and you told her to lock the door. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason, right? Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. That's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it, right? So, how did the killer... Nice! We switched rooms. Is there anything in the trash can? No, there isn't. Here, let's add those scratches to the evidence real quick. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Looking around at things, it's kind of obvious, my dear boy. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
What?
That wouldn't have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in one room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this is another one of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Nice! We got some scratches on the wall in our evidence. What else? Let's check the bathroom real quick. I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. Oh, okay. Well, roller's pretty obvious. I mean, why would you store it on the floor like that, though? The flint rollers look like there's way less there than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? That's such a rude thing to do, Maizono. You wouldn't... How could you think so poorly of your friend, one? And two, you've been here for literally a day. Your room's not messy. Here, check the bed. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? That's what I'd like to know. Scabbard. Is this the replica sword I brought back? Does this mean it was used in the attack? It sure does. And the sword's been taken out, so it's just a sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. It must have been made with something sharp. But how did this sheath get scratched in the first place? Even if someone used a sword during a struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. If you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are scratches on a sheath? Nice! Are these scratches? There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Our rooms are completely soundproof. Anything could have happened and you would have no way of knowing it. Maybe this was another one of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. I think, is that all? We attacked everything, so let's leave. I should check the room first of all. What didn't I check? What didn't I check? We check here, we check there, we check... I should look around here for... I can check the other spots later. Ooh, what didn't I look at? The windows? To the walls? The floors? Surveillance camera. The mastermind must be using to keep an eye on everything that's happening here. They don't do anything to stop what's happening. They just keep on watching. They saw it all. 1, 2, 3, 4. We checked this, we checked that. We talked with these guys. What didn't we check? The monitor? One of the monokumeters. Wow, so helpful. The music's pretty bomb though. We check that, check that. I think we checked this and that, and that, and this, and this, and this. What the hell didn't we check? I want to talk to Kitty Kitty again? Hey, Kitty Kitty? I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but She's still at it?
操作よ。
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room. Again. For the second time. She's really thorough when it comes to searching. She suddenly stood up straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" I don't think so, but what? She glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting? As I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Hey, my room's not that freaky, miss. Unusual? What do you mean?
それは
I've searched your room from one corner to another. I didn't find a single strand of hair. What a lucky guy. My hair is relatively long, so it often comes out. It's really hard to find an inch of my room that doesn't have a piece of hair on it, personally. Oh man, if only it were easier to pick up all the hair. Really? Not one hair from the victim and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. Now that you mention it, I noticed something that while I was looking around before. It looks like the lint roller from my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
なるほどね。
Interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your floors clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
さあ、
That's the question, isn't it? Nice! Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullet section of your handy book. Here, let's finally check inside the bathroom. The bathroom. And on the other side of the store is Friday Night Funkin'. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Hey, babe. How's it going? Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that had made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I want to give up, I want to collapse, but that thought had held me up and supported me. Nice, we can finally get... Nope, only 2 things. 3 things. Hit coin? Oh, I mean monocoin? Water for showers gets turned off at nighttime. Thanks. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but there was not time to think about that. I pulled out the monochroma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been a killing blow. Some sort of sharp object. Take a good look at that, my man. Whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. According to the monochroma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist sure does look swollen and bloody, for sure. There's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullets section of your notebook. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. How could her wrist have gone broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Okay, very quickly. That's some fucking weird blood splatter, isn't it? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. There I saw 11037, the password to every Dangan Ronpa nerd's phone. What? Written in blood-red numbers 11037, the password to every Dangan Ronpa nerd's phone. Did Sayaka do this? Alright, let's leave. That's everything, you know. It fucking sucks to die right next to a toilet, though. You found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, that's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Here, react. I've never seen something written in blood before. It was really her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. You often talk like an aspiring poet. But the number she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could mean. Kitty Kitty's like looking at you like an idiot. The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you ever write something like that in that position, do you know what the result would be? Result? Think about it. You're not going to tell me? You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously you're not going to tell me. It's because your brain cells have to fire. You have to make those connections yourself. Or else, is it really the truth? You know, 11037 has been added to the truthful section of your handbook. Sounds like Kitty Kitty knows what Sayaka's dying message means. Honestly, I have no idea. But I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who's better to ask than the ultimate programmer? There's one other thing I want to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? You mean how it got stuck? Get stuck? Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Nice! The bathroom door frame! Nice! So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? You seem pretty self-satisfied about that, kitty kitty. But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob? You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said, shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. The doorknob, you know. Couldn't you have just launched us in there? No. Alright. Obviously there's been a fight. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it is, it's obvious that this is intentional. It was intentional? Why the hell would someone want to do that? Maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently, stuck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me. I have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? I did tell Maizono about it last night when we switched rooms. What you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense she was really starting to get into all of this. That clears that up. Clears it up. I'm so lost. See you later. As if forgetting I was ever there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Nice! We got a bathroom doorknob! I really don't understand any of this, but I've already given my room a once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into a DVD Sayaka got. Was Sayaka dead? I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure there are other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they ever talk to me, that is. We can finally leave. Yeah, let's go.